back at you with another video. I was doing spooky sounds there in the beginning, in case you didn't realize. So, today's video, it was a concept I thought of, I think last year. If you haven't realized yet, we're outside. We're out in nature. I'm pretty sure you can see right now just a tiny little bit of the sky. But besides that, yeah, it's all black, which is normal. It's part of the concept, part of the idea. So yeah, it's about. Do I have the time? I don't have the time because it's on my phone. But it took a bit longer than I thought to set up because I didn't really scout or test a setup position before. But the idea for this video is to come out during the night and start filming just before dawn, and then you guys get to see the transition without the camera moving, preferably. I don't know how this shot is because it's so dark out, but and then you see it from like, not from dusk, but from like dark, and then you see like the sun come up kind of thing. Probably won't see the sun, but we'll see the light from the sun. I have a bit of a cold, so I cough occasionally, which I'm gonna try to not do, or like pause the video for like a second and then get it out of the way. I got my coffee with me. There's actually not that much nature sounds out right now. I can hear a bird, so it means it must be morning soon. A single bird. You can hear the wind, the actual wind, not my fake wind, going gently through the trees. I'm hoping there's not too many skeeters out here. I did hear a couple while I was setting up, because I thought I heard one. You know that like tiny beginning sound when they start to sort of buzz near your ear. It's just like a high little like. I'm not gonna do it because it's probably gonna be too loud. But it's like a high little like whine, like a whir. I was sure I heard one of those, so I like paused and I was like, but no. We haven't been swarmed yet. But yeah, because it is quite hot out. I think it's like 23 right now, Celsius that is, for your Canadian folk. Yeah, just killed a mosquito. Son of a gun was feeding on me. But yeah, so I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Excuse me. As is tradition. I can kind of see that more light is peeking through. So maybe I did start this at the perfect time. So it was kind of because I wanted to film more videos. But usually I stay up a bit on Friday. Because it's Saturday right now. I stay up a bit on Friday. But since I was feeling a little bit under the weather, I thought, let's not stay up. Let's, get some rest. Well, mind you, I guess I'm up pretty early. But listen. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I went to bed at around, let's say 6:45. That's right, 6:45 p.m. I was in bed under the covers, and I woke up this morning. It was about, and I sort of woke up before my alarm because I set an alarm. But I was also having really crazy dreams. But anyway, I woke up around, it was 3:30 maybe, 3:30 a.m. So if we do the math, that's like 6:30 p.m. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3:30. 9 hours of sleep. Hey, you gotta admit that's pretty good. Hey, that's not bad, right? That was a Trump meme. You're probably like, what the heck are you talking about for a drink? No, because there's this clip of Trump where he's like, what does he say? He's like talking about someone named Dan. I don't know what the context is, but he's like something like, here's my friend Dan, like, hey Dan, that's not bad, hey, beautiful. And I have this friend named Dan, so I like posted that meme, and now we always, well, not always, now sometimes we use that meme. Hey, that's not bad, hey Dan, that's not bad. Anyway, tangent for not a good reason, but that's why we rambling, baby. We rambling. So yeah, because I knew for this video, well, I'd have to be up early before the sun, right? And I normally I am up early, but I still veg in the morning, like with a coffee in front of the TV, and it's usually like, I don't know, 6:30 or something by the time I'm, fit to go outside. But that's a plane. I'll pause it. I'm gonna pause it. Sorry about that. Now it totally cut my train of thought. Something about 6. I guess I finish doing nothing around 6 o'clock. Oh, that could be good ASMR sounds. Maybe step on sticks and stuff. I'm trying to find a place to balance my thermos. Yeah, so I knew that I had to be dressed and out in the park at a good time, so I had to be sure that I was well rested, and so I actually set my clothes out the night before, and I even brought a little flashlight to help scout the trail. My favorite trail you probably saw it in one of my earlier videos. I mean, if you watched it, you definitely saw the trail. But anyway, those trails that I liked have been blocked off because of, I think I already said this, danger of falling trees. But, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know much about falling snow, but on ski mountains or whatever, it's danger So, oh God, Brett. I mean, I'm making fun of it, but for sure I talked about this in my other video. But anyway, all that to be said, the reason why I bring it up again is, so I went on this trail and like legit, I guess they haven't been down it like at all. Like I don't know what they do normally or if they even do anything, but the sides of the trail have been so overgrown that like the trail looks so small now. And then this trail that I'm on now, that's been like years since it's been maintained, is like even smaller, man. Like it's like literally probably like a deer trail now. If not, it's just because it's like been too stomped down in like one single place that it hasn't overgrown yet. But like, yeah, I had to pull up my socks because the grass was a bit wet and it was getting all my ankles wet and I didn't like it. On the way here, I saw like 4 or 5 like little fur balls walk across the trail in front of me. And I was like, what the heck are those? Are those like the family of foxes? Cue my overactive imagination, imagining me being attacked by foxes in the middle of a forest. But no, I heard when I got close they like scurried up into a tree. And can you guess what they are? I'll give you a choice. Well, you know, I'll give you a choice of four things, and you can play along, see if you get it. Hold on, I gotta think of the choices. Give me a second here. So it was either squirrels, and my night vision is crap, so I thought they were bigger than they were. B, it was actually foxes, and I'm just a dummy that didn't think foxes could climb trees. It was raccoons, and there's raccoons in the park, even though like I never seen them before. Or it's a bunch of a family of a family of middle-aged cats, and they were a bit scared of humans. So what do you think it is? This is either the easiest. I tried to like bait it and make it a bit more complicated, but no, it was raccoons. And I had seen them once before in the park. I lied again. But yeah, it was a bunch of raccoons, and I shone the light in the tree, and they're all looking at me, and I was like, okay, I feel better now that I know what they are. I also crossed a couple of deer, but I was on a mission, man, to get here while it's still dark, and I think we got near, if not the perfect timing, because I needed the flashlight to go down the trail, and the sky was still pretty dark. But now, I mean, it's probably a bit of it getting brighter, but also a bit of my eyes getting used to the dark. But I can see pretty good right now. It was probably around 4:30 when I got here, if I didn't say that yet. One thing I was thinking of when I was going to bed was, because I listen to ASMR, that I might try eventually some anticipatory triggers. There was what inspired me was one of the videos by Satori. She, well, I guess I'll just imitate how she did it, and it was pretty tingly, pretty relaxing. So she was like, and before we get started, do I have your permission to touch you? Can I get super close and touch you? Do I have your permission to come closer and touch you? She does it better than me, but it's kind of like, well, anticipatory, right? You're waiting for the touch you. And then, I don't know what happens. You get the tingles. Ooh, I'm gonna stand up a bit. I'll try to talk louder, but I want to stretch my legs. Ooh. Maybe I'll march around a bit. I'll make some ASMR, nature walking sounds. I'll just try to be quiet for a bit. This reminds me of Heather Feather. She did one soundscape once outside with crickets. That actually surprises me why there's not more crickets. But anyway, where she was walking around like in 360 on gravel. So it was like, so it was kind of cool. But yeah, the walking sort of reminded me of that. I have these little picky things that stuck to my socks, and one is sort of like inside my shoe area. I'm trying to grip it off. Ow, mosquito. Gosh darn it. instead of energy plucking or cord plucking, it's little burr plucking of the socks. Come on, I see one right there. Get off of me, you. Okay. Oh shit, oh, back here. I don't know if that was from before or just now. Hopefully this is decent sounds for you. Ooh, I just had another idea for a video. I don't know if it's good or not, but anyway, I'll share it. It would be kind of like kind of a role play video. You put the camera like in the bush or something, like in an actual bush, like just peeking out, and it's kind of like a role play of you're being hunted and you're hiding. So it'd be like low voices and like maybe a torch or like a lantern or like flashlights like passing over the bushes, like over the camera lens. Oh, another bird just woke up. You hear that one? I hear a mosquito. Oh god. But yeah, and then there'd be like mumbling, like, where do you go? Like, have you seen them? Oh, that's a North American squingle squawk. Yeah, definitely a North American squingle squawk. They're native to my area, Canada. Occasionally they actually migrate into the U.S., but yeah. I'm bullshitting, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's clearly, I was trying to think of another dog. It's a crow. It's a crow. It's because, that made me think of, one of my buddies is, he has like a young kid, and, oh, mosquitoes are out, man. I don't know if it's because I'm sweating now. He has a son, and there was a daddy long leg spider, and then after he like saw it, and he was like, that's a stick spider, and then I don't know, my buddy found it, well, I found it funny too, but he was like, oh yes, the North American stick spider, I know that one well, and I thought that was funny, so I was trying to, recycle that joke on a bird. I was thinking, what do you think would be like the most interesting sort of hobby to pick up among the following? Like, you pick up kind of like botany. Botany. Well, I guess I don't know what botany means. Maybe I'll just, say what I mean. So, like, you know how people do like bird watching and they have bird books and they like, flip through and they listen to the calls and like, oh, this is that bird or whatever. So, like, either that or like the same concept but with like plants, where you're looking at like different plants, like, oh, this is this plant, or oh, this is this tree, but then maybe the same thing but with like flowers, or maybe all of those together. Who knows? I don't know. Doesn't interest me per se, but I find it kind of interesting. Someone who does that, I feel like that's an interesting thing about someone, You like go outside with your book, like wherever you want, either in your local park or somewhere else, and it's just like, you see a plant and you're like, oh, I think it's this one. And, maybe you look it up in your book and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I think it's that. Take a few pictures. I don't know how useful that is. Oh, what is that? What is that? Ew. I'm looking at the tree and it's getting brighter, and I saw, I don't know, like a centipede or, I don't know, a big ant or something. I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna stand up a bit more here. So I can definitely see more in the forest. I'm gonna leave the camera at the same angle because, I don't know, for the video, man. For that video, man. But, yeah. I wonder how loud the crow is gonna be. I mean, it's pretty loud, man. I think I already said it, but, people, I don't know, I have a feeling when I was young, I feel like my dad didn't like crows because we grew up on a farm. So, I mean, yeah, we had crows, but we also had pigeons. For whatever. Our bird's weird, man. It's like, I don't know. It's like we had pigeons. They like to live in sheds and stuff like that. Like, we had sheds for the tractors, or we had like silos for the grain and stuff like that. And for whatever reasons, pigeons, I'm sure there was others, but the main type of bird that liked to live there was freaking pigeons, man. But I feel like that's not uncommon. I feel like that happens wherever there's like a barn or something like that, pigeons are gonna go to. But why? Is it because, I don't know, like, do other birds, they see this unnatural structure and they don't want to make a nest there because, well, it's unnatural, right? They always make nests in trees with no exceptions. I don't know, I'm asking this. But, yeah. And then, like, seagulls. I don't even know, do seagulls have nests? Have you ever seen a seagull baby? I've never seen a seagull baby. And I don't think I've ever seen a seagull nest. That's weird, man. Yo, I've never thought of that. Have you ever seen, like, a seagull egg or a seagull baby? Because they're always around beaches, right? Or, well, McDonald's in particular, but other restaurants, because they, like, pick through trash or whatever. And when you go to the beach, there's, like, trash, because everyone's, like, I don't know, barbecuing or eating. But, maybe they eat fish. I feel like they're too, modernized to fish at this point. But yeah, birds, man, that's interesting. I knew someone who was afraid of birds. No, I kind of know them. I do know them, but I haven't spoke to them in a while. But isn't that crazy, being afraid of birds as well? I got 2 mosquitoes in each ear, giving me those anticipatory bite triggers. I'm anticipating getting bit and I'm freaking out, flailing my hands. Oh, got one. Oh, missed him. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna maybe pace a bit more. Trying to avoid the mosquitoes. It's a rock. Sorry, I stepped on a rock. surprised and happy that I didn't cough at all during the video, and no, I didn't pause it. What the hell is that? Hear that? Do you guys hear that? Whatever it is, I don't like it. It sounds like a giant bee. Like it sounds like bee wings flapping, or dragonfly wings or something. That, or I mean, I can hear it from far, and it sounds like it's high up, or it's like stuck in a spider web or something. It's just like buzzing its wings for dear life. That's what it sounded like. But yeah, I haven't had the need to cough yet. I do notice that when I'm sick. Hey, what was that? Sorry, something buzzed. Oops. So I'm messing with my hair. Sorry. Mosquito in my mouth. Well, near my mouth. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I feel like when I'm under the weather, it's always worse in like the morning and the evening. Like the morning you wake up, you're like coughing or whatever, you're blowing your nose, you're groggy, and then you like walk around, you drink some water, you go to the bathroom, you blow all your nose out, you drink some coffee, blow your nose a bit more, you step outside, you let the fresh air enter your lungs, and then you seem to be chilling for most of the day, and then evening comes around, and I guess your body gets tired again. You start coughing a bit more, blowing your nose a bit more. So, I hope I'm at the end of it. I think my only, because before, I thought I was getting like a sore throat before, but I mean, after a day, like, it wasn't sore, so I was like, oh, that's good news. Hey, get off. That's my coffee mug. How we looking on her? Wow, yeah, that's a nice shot. Actually, I really like that shot. Hey, what do I tell you, boys? I say boys, but I mean everyone. It's just, I don't know. Is that bad to say these days? Well, first, let me just finish my sentence. What do I tell you, boys? Do I give you the best shots or what? But, yeah, I don't know. Is that, should we not say that anymore, boys? Because when I say boys, I actually do mean everyone. I don't just mean boys, but being more inclusive in language, I guess I should say guys. But I don't know, it's kind of like I don't know. Is it like an expression? I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I should probably say guys. I don't know. That's something to think about. I mean, honestly, like, actually, if it bothers someone and they want you to say, like guys, like, oh, could you say guys? Like, I don't feel included when you say boys. And, like, if they, they, like, actually communicate that to me, and, like, like a normal person, then, yeah, for sure I'll say guys. I've got no problem with that. Because, you know, they're respectfully telling me that, and for me, for sure, I want to, I can, you know, respect them in return kind of thing. But, like, if they actually don't mind that I say boys, and, well, then I think it's okay to say boys. On the other hand, if someone's like, I don't know, if I mean, you guys probably know my views by now, but maybe you don't. But like, if there's respect on both sides, like, I love that. Respect is key. If you're coming like straight off, like angry, like, I can't believe like you would say, I can't believe like you use boys. Like, don't you know any better? You know, you're coming off like kind of aggressive. Like, I don't think that's the way to do it. I don't think that's constructive at all. And, sorry. Skeeters, man. Skeeters. Get out of here. I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like, I'm not like, I don't purposely, make conflict. Like, let's say I'm at like a gathering. We're boys and girls and we're playing like a game, right? And then like I come out like, oh, like I don't know, I throw down my cards. I like read them and weep, boys. And then like, you know, one of the people I know is like, hey, some of us are girls too. I was like, well, you're all included in that. You're all boys. And they're like, well, I'd prefer if well, I know it's awkward for them too. I definitely get that. But if let's say they did say, well, you can say guys. I was like, okay, I'll say guys. But no, you're all included in boys. But even if it's someone I don't know, like, hey, instead of boys, you can say guys. Well, then I'll say guys for sure. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, make a stand because, you know, I didn't mean any harm. And so I'm just gonna make a stand and like automatically say boys, you know. But on the other hand, if they're like, well, that was insensitive, you know, next time you could probably say, you could say guys instead of boys. I think I would still change to guys because, like I said, I'm not trying to create any conflict. Oh, look at those greens. Look at those greens popping on the video now. Get away, you skeeters. Get away. Look at those greens. Beautiful. Beautiful greens popping on that camera. We love it. But at the same time, I would I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like the same vibe would be there. I would do it out of respect either way. But if someone's, you know, standoff like that, hey, get off. Whether I know them. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense, but respect goes both ways, right? Even if you're fed up. But everyone gets fed up. Even I get fed up. Tired of that mosquitoes. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about these mosquitoes. Anyway, hopefully my tangents don't seem too out there and random. But I don't know. Hey, it's rambles, right? It's rambles, guys. We rambling on here. Hey, do you mind? I'm rambling here. shot. Look at the cinematography. It's like he's trying to fly into the phone. He's kind of like, I don't know, when flies and stuff, they fly into the window because they're trying to get outside. It's like he's trying to go with what he sees in the phone. Foolish mosquito. Well, better the phone than me, I guess. But yeah, it's supposed to rain this weekend. On possibly a bit today, although I don't think so. And since, like I said, since I've been feeling under the weather, I've been really unsure because Saturday I've been working out, and I don't want to sound too crazy because I literally only work out once a week because during the week I'm too tired / lazy. So yeah, Saturday I work out, I get off, and Sunday I usually like do a jog in the morning before it like gets too hot out, and I don't know, I just love mornings, right? So I jog in the morning, and so if it rains, yeah, I don't know, but I was thinking like, would it be kind of fun to jog in the rain? Because it's like I'd be wearing like lightweight stuff anyway, right? Like shorts and a shirt, so it's not like I'll get that soaked. It's not like I'm wearing like a hoodie and I don't know, sweatpants, and they're just like absorbing all the water. So like, would that be fun? I don't know. I've been considering it, like quick jog in the rain. I don't know how muddy the trails would get. And also, yeah, I wear glasses. That might suck. I might leave the glass. I probably will if I do jog in the rain. Leave my glasses at home. And also, I don't know how waterproof my phone is because I usually listen to music. Yeah. Also, I started, well, I've only done it once. I started tracking using an app. It tracks like your runs, so it like draws the path. It's called Strava. It draws the path and like tells you what was your pace, how far you ran, all that jazz. Yeah. So I wonder, yeah. But if it's in my pocket, it shouldn't be too bad. If it happens, I probably will end up doing it. But then I'm wondering, since I've been a bit under the weather, will that like delay my my healing? Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I read an article already that said you can work out, and yeah, I kind of felt like it says it might help if you do it light, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it depends on stuff. I might have to drink more. Well, I've been drinking a lot of water lately. I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but I have a bit of a tough time drinking water when I'm at work. I don't know if it's... Oh, I think there's a squirrel awake. Do you hear that? When I used to work at a restaurant, like, I'd have to serve clients, and it was like, there was always something to do, right? So I had, and like, you can't really stop in the middle of serving a client to, here, wait 5 minutes, let me walk to the bathroom and go to the bathroom and hope there's not a line. So it's like you hold it in, and hopefully this doesn't gross any of you out, but I mean, I'm just, anyway. So I had the habit So now at my current job, where I definitely have the time if I make it. Like if I want to make the time, I definitely have it. But the bathroom is still like a pretty far distance away. So it's kind of like I don't like to drink a lot of water because I know that's going to make me go to the bathroom. And even when I feel like the need to go to the bathroom, I like hold it in because I don't want to like waste the time. It feels like wasted time going anyway. I know that's not good. You should 100% like, doesn't matter what job you're at, if you gotta go, you gotta go, man. Like, you shouldn't sacrifice your like self needs for whatever reason. For, let me just finish this email. Let me just, finish. Hey, get off. Get off. I thought of a lame joke when I keep saying get off me to the mosquitoes. I was gonna be like, oh sorry, there's just look, I didn't say it for a reason. It's pretty cringe. I was gonna, pretend, joke that there's like a bunch of like kittens, like, pulling on my shoelaces and like climbing on me. Look, there's a reason why I didn't say it, okay? But, I'm trying to be real with you guys here. Jeez, there's like actually a lot of mosquitoes around me right now. But on the video where I was filming the ducks, the wildlife, they're biting a lot less than that day, happily. I mean, that day I wasn't wearing that burgundy hoodie. Today I am in dark gray and black. Yeah. Birds aren't quite woken up yet. I can hear a bit in the distance. I wonder if the phone picks it up. I presume it will. Usually it's actually, no, that's true. I don't know. I know my mic picks a bit of a burp. I know my mic is pretty good at picking up sounds from a distance, but I forget if my phone is. I don't know how many of you guys watch my my videos, like keep up to date on them, like everyone. But for any of you MTG fans, I do have another one that I'm definitely gonna do. I have the packs already, and it's a new set for me anyway. That I've never opened any cards from this set before. So that's exciting for me, and yeah, like I haven't given in to temptation to like just looking at one or something yet. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I might be like reading all the cards really closely, but definitely excited for that. Hey, get off of me. Sorry, the kittens again. Yeah, not sure when I'm gonna do that, but I can do that at any time, essentially. Just gotta set it up. I feel like nothing. Oh shit. What they were doing, I guess maybe it was spring. No, maybe not. that doesn't make sense. Maybe winter, maybe spring. But they were taking orange spray paint and they were like spraying the trees, right, to show which ones need to be cut down because they're dead. Oddly enough, on one of the main trails, there's like a bulletin. A bulletin, how do you say it? Like a poster, like a laminated poster that's like outside all the time, that can get rained on and not kind of like plastic. Anyway, that explains why they leave dead trees up, because they say like, oh, it's a home for certain species of birds like woodpeckers, and it's like a food source because I guess maybe like insects use it and then they eat the insects. But oddly enough, they decide to cut a bunch. Anyway, so where I was going with this is I just turned my head, right? And I see behind me two trees that have been marked with, four trees that have been marked with orange spray paint. So I was like, oh shit, I guess they do go down this path from time to time. But I don't know if the cutting season is over. But kind of curious what time it is. No, it doesn't matter. But yeah, but the spray paint is pretty faded, so maybe it's not important this year. But I mean, I guess. Oh, there's another one that's orange. Jeez, why are they going ham out here cutting these trees? Or wanting to cut these trees? They're not cut yet. Oh shit, yeah, that one. Oh yeah. What, the last one I saw? That's full of that's marked red. I looked further up and it's like full of holes from essentially that, like what they were saying, woodpeckers. I don't know if the birds live there, but yeah, there's holes that are broken. Kind of crazy. Hear that one? That bird. It's real bright now. So, I guess it takes about an hour to go from dark to light, I would guess. That's my that's a new one. Even if we like pushed it a bit like earlier. I heard a sound like a big stick break. I'm just scared it's a person. Kind of want to clear my throat. Oh, this is. It's so weird. It's like, I don't know. Because even if I'm on this trail, what's the worst that could happen? Like a person say, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And I say, oh, sorry. I was just trying to film some stuff or whatever. Like, I don't know, they might escort me off. I don't think that you get a ticket, right? You can't get a ticket. Anyway, I don't know, it's your mind. Your mind always makes everything seem much worse than it is, right? I don't know if you call that anxiety or guess I really wasn't that tired this morning. Well, 9 hours definitely helps because my coffee is still pretty full. When I'm tired, I definitely sip on it more. Honestly, if I was to say, and maybe this is obvious, but I feel like 9 hours of sleep is my sweet spot. Like actually, because that's 7 hours of sleep. Like, yeah, that's a lot of sleep, and I think for most people, people I talk to at work, they all get like less than 7 hours, because they go to bed late, even though they wake up like sort of the same time as me. Let's say 5 a.m. maybe 5:30. They'll go to bed at like 11 or midnight. Because all of their shifts besides mine, well, they pretty much the shift starts at 6 a.m. So however much time it takes them to get ready, whether it's 45 minutes and they wake up at 5:15 to get ready and drive there, right? There's two guys on my shift. They start around like 4. Wait, no, not 4. Sorry. They start around like 5 or 5:50, probably 5. They start around 5 a.m. And even them, sometimes they go to bed at like 11, right? You know, but like, and me, I start anywhere between that bracket, depending on how I feel. Most days I try to start at 5:45. That's like my average. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'll start at 6 with everyone else. Yeah, so like, let's say they go to bed at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll get like 6 hours of sleep. So I'm saying me at 7 hours, I wake up and I don't feel well rested. Like, I mean, I don't feel like I had 5 hours sleep, because 5 hours sleep, I'd be wrecked. But I definitely feel like that mood in the morning where you need like 3 additional hours to wake. Excuse me. 3 additional hours to wake up. I'm definitely in that mood, and you like, don't speak to me, don't look at me until I've had my coffee, and even then, go easy. That's me at 7 hours. At 8 hours, 8 hours is usually what I get. I wake up, I'm sort of neutral, like I'm tired, I've got that thing like, already. Okay, I'll get up, but like I could definitely like sleep a bit more, and like I have my coffee and I could drink it, and I could use another one, but then like when I go outside and I get hit with like the fresh air, or I'm driving, at that point I'm mostly awake at that point. That's 8 hours, which is my norm. But then like 9 hours, like today, is I wake up naturally. Like I'll wake up, and where you can like wake up, you like look at the clock, and then you can close your eyes and you'll go back to sleep for maybe like another 10 minutes or something like that, then you wake up again. That's sort of me when I hit the 9 hours, and then I'll be like, okay, might as well get up, and then like, freshen up, rinse out my mouth, brush my teeth, pour a coffee, take like 2 sips, and I'm chilling, like I'm feeling good. Let's kick off the day, baby. That's how I feel with the 9 hours. So that's why I say that. I swear. Little bird sounds for you. I swear that 9 hours is like my perfect spot. Perfect timing. So let's take a look at this shot. Beautiful. I wonder, it definitely can get a bit brighter than this, but I mean, like it's daytime, right? Definitely not dusk. Do I see the sun? Let me see if I can see the sun. I don't see it per se in the sky, but I mean we're in the forest, so maybe it's not at its well. Clearly, it's not at its highest point right now. That's cool. I've been crouching most of this video, not sitting on my butt. I was debating whether I bring like a camping chair, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just my ego, but I feel like I would look weird even though there's like no one out, but on the odd case that someone catches me walking with a camping chair, I feel like I would look weird. And that's my ego saying, oh, you can't look weird, Ryan, because if you look weird, people think you're a weirdo, and nobody likes weirdos. So maybe I gotta get over that, but I have been working on it in general. The not caring about opinions of others. It can be tricky, man. But that's the goal, right? If you're doing, yeah, because what good can come from that, right? Obviously, if I'm trying to make a good impression, you don't come off as a weirdo, right? You don't do like awkward stuff. Like, let's say if you're meeting people for the first time, you don't, I don't know, be like, hey, like, what's up? Like, my name's Fairtrade. Look what I can do. And, it's like, I don't care what people think. Like, I do weird, kooky stuff. You know how to behave, right? But the thing is, you should not care what people think when you're doing stuff that you like. Like, let's say you like, I don't know, what's something that's like, let's say if you like being a furry or something. I feel like that's generally like, people look at that and they're like, that's freaking weird, bro. What was I saying? I had like a side thought tangent that I'm gonna get to, so I got distracted. But let's say, yeah. So that's generally something that people think is weird, but like, if that's what you love to do, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. You shouldn't care what other people think, right? You don't need to announce it to the world, but like, if you're walking with your furry costume in your backpack and you're carrying like your furry head and people are looking at you like, what the heck? Like, you shouldn't, ideally, you shouldn't feel like you're being judged. You're just walking, right? You're walking carrying like your furry head. Obviously, I think I would feel a little weird, but that's the dream we're working towards. Being comfortable in our own skin. But the tangent I want to mention, I was watching Hot Ones with Sean Evans, and he was interviewing Andrew Callahan from Channel 5, previously known as All Gas, No Brakes. And one of the questions was, what sort of group of people do you think are the most misunderstood? And his answer was furries. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of beautiful, and he was explaining, he was like, furries is not what you think. It's, how do you put it? Because I don't wanna, whatever, misinterpret anything or misspeak. But he said, like, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them are, like, on the spectrum, right? So they're not super comfortable, like, interacting and, being themselves among other people. But what the furry suit allows them to do is, like, because, like, it allows them to look, interact with other people, like, look them in the eyes through the eyes of the costume, and, be silly, have fun, and they feel kind of safe behind the costume. It allows them to show a side of themselves that they might not have been comfortable showing normally. And like, even as, like me and you, we may consider ourselves just like normal people. Not that, furries aren't normal, but for lack of words anyway. Like, sometimes looking at people and making eye contact can be uncomfortable, just for whatever reason, for our mind going, on autopilot, or I don't know, it's intimate, right? Making eye contact with people. Like, so imagine if, like, already you have a bit of, like, social anxiety or something along those lines, where you're not super comfortable, in social situations. If it's already uncomfortable for more confident people. So yeah, I thought that was, well said. I thought that was cool, and I could definitely put myself in their shoes and understand that 100%. And not that I ever thought badly of furries. I don't know, what did I think of them before? I don't think I really thought anything. I just thought it was well, I knew people thought it was weird, and that's about it. For some reason, I forget where I picked up this, but I knew people thought it was kind of like a weird, they thought it was like a weird, I'm trying to be PG here, a weird, sort of fetish type thing or something. But, like, I don't know, I never got that. Like, it was clear, for me it was clearly not. I think maybe I thought it was just like a way for them to, sort of get back to that childlike, fun and games kind of thing. So, but I guess it's a little bit more than that, right? So that's cool. Anyway, I'm down with the phrase. And also, like, I don't know, just in general, I'm like a creative person. Maybe I'm not that crazy with ASMR, but just, I don't know, in general, like, I have a good imagination and stuff. So, like, I could see how, like, customizing your furry costume would be, like, super cool. Like, I don't know, you and, like, I'm not very artistic per se, but, like, working with someone, sort of being like, oh, like, I want my furry to have like this kind of ears and like this kind of snout and be like this color, and like I could see that's like a hype, man. Like, you're customizing your costume, and you finally commission someone to make it, and then you like receive it, and you're just like, yo, you're super proud of this like cosplay costume. And for sure, anyone who cosplays, you can get down with furries, I'm sure of it. And if you're not, that's my coffee. You definitely should, because that's, I mean, it's essentially the same thing, right? Or maybe the definition of cosplay, I don't know. Is there a definition? Maybe it is like dressing as a character as a fantasy character, I don't know. Yo, there's like a bunch of mosquitoes on this tree. I don't know. It's like they're drinking the sap or something. The heck? I don't want to disturb them because I don't want them to come after me. But that's weird. I didn't know they do that. Yeah, that was an unexpected tangent, eh? Talking about furries. How did I even start talking about that? I know I talked about Andrew Callahan, and before that oh yeah, something about being comfortable. I was thinking of something that, yeah, society might think is a bit weird, and then yeah, because the people walking and seeing them feeling okay. Yeah, I get it. I see. Sometimes I go off in these tangents, and you wonder how the hell you start thinking about that in the first place. Oh, there's actually a tree that looks like it's falling over there. Oh, we got some deers coming. Hello, guys. It's okay. I don't want to scare them, so I'm trying to stay inside. Maybe they'll walk in front of the camera if we're lucky. Guess yeah, no, looks like they're going the other way. Sorry guys, might have scared them. Oh, they're not running, but they're walking. Hey, get off of me. Get off of me. Yeah, because at night and early morning, occasionally when I'm driving to work around 5:30, 5:45, well, no, it would be that. Yeah, it would be that. Around 5:45, 5:30, yeah, because I leave at 5:30. It takes about 15 minutes for me to get to work. But, yeah, I'll see them occasionally, like, around the roads and stuff like that, because I guess it's so quiet. And, like, well, I mean, they've lived here for years, so they know that, like, at that time, there's less traffic and vehicles. So they'll cross the road and they'll explore whatever, look for stuff to eat, adventure. So yeah, and then as it gets brighter and there gets to be more people, they retreat sort of to the park at this time. Like they won't be in the road anymore, they'll be in the park. And then as it gets even brighter, they start going sort of on the trails, like on the main trails, like they won't be right at the entrance of the park. And then as it gets even brighter, they'll go deeper onto the less used trails. And then I assume like prime day they'll be, in the forest, in the middle part where there's no one. Most mornings I put my coffee black, but I'm not sure why this morning I did this, but this morning I sort of made a proper coffee, except one thing I like to do with my coffee, I learned it from actually, I'm not sure if I should say who I learned it from. Well, whatever, I'll say it eventually. But anyway, how I put coconut, what is it, coconut oil? Is that what it is, coconut oil? Because there's like MCT or coconut oil, but it might be the same thing. MCT might just have like something else in it. Is it coconut oil? What is it? It might be. It's coconut something. I don't know if it's called oil or if it's like not fat. But anyway, you can either get it liquid, which might be when it's MCT, but because it gets you can cook the one I have, you can leave it's sold out on the shelving in stores, and it's very soft. Or you can put it in the fridge, and it like freezes up. Anyway, so whether it's right or wrong, I believe that fats aren't necessarily bad as long as you follow like a decent diet. I try to avoid excessive carbs. Because first off, carbs, if I eat too much, they make me feel sluggish. Like if I eat a big plate of pasta with like some garlic bread, afterwards, like it tastes delicious, but I'll feel very sluggish afterwards. So I sort of do like a very light keto, because I still do eat carbs. Like I'll still eat like a bagel, or like I love wraps. Occasionally I'll eat potatoes like hash browns, but yeah, in general I try to avoid excessive carbs. But well, you guys must know what ketosis is, right? Do you? It's essentially the concept of the keto diet is you want to be in I'll make this really fast and simple, oversimplified. You want to be in a state of ketosis, and a state of ketosis is okay, I might butcher this and get it wrong, but sorry, because I'm like mixing two things, because there's like fasting, and if you fast, you enter a state of ketosis, which, yeah, I think that's it, because your body's main energy source is or the most easily accessible energy source is carbs. So the body loves to burn carbs. That's energy, right? But if your body doesn't have enough carbs to burn because, well, you're not eating any, what its secondary source is fat. So your body will burn the fat. So that's the logic behind, I guess, the keto diet, ketosis, more or less. I'm sure there's all these little intricacies, but that's the main, the big picture. So anyway, so that's sort of the logic I pulled from, so that fats aren't bad, because you can still burn them. Anyway, so I put the coconut oil in my coffee, and it's because it's like it's got a lot of fats, right? But it may sound really weird and gross, but I swear to God, it's good. There's a guy on the internet, well, a lot of people talk about it. They talk about it's called butter coffee or something, bulletproof coffee, where it's you put coconut oil and you put butter in your coffee, and it's supposed to be like kind of like an energy drink, like a boost in the morning, and it's supposed to taste tasty. I actually forget if I ever tried it, so I don't remember if I tried the butter, but I have tried the coconut oil, and it gives it, I actually really like it. Like it's a bit of a tiny bit of a nutty taste, but I don't know, it's just good. Obviously you want to drink it while it's hot, because if it gets cold, it might get a bit, I don't know, not lumpy, but sort of lumpy, but still, definitely still drinkable. I got bit by a mosquito here. Didn't even notice it. I got a bump. But yeah, so anyway, I made my coffee with coconut oil. I put a bit of whitener in it. No, anyway, not part of the bulletproof recipe, but like coffee mate in it, and then I put like a tiny bit of sugar, and yeah, that's what we're drinking today. It's actually a pretty good mix I have going on. I sort of do it. I do it blindly. I don't have a specific measurements, but stay still young. Yeah, yeah. And I want to get back out in the sun today, before the rain. I bought a picnic blanket that I've been using just to like lie in the grass kind of thing. Except I'm lying on the blanket now, and just chilling in the sun, listening to music. And you may have heard my advice a lot of the times on the show. Oh, listen here, another one behind me. Hello, it's a little one. Yeah, my advice is, get outside, enjoy the sun a little bit. It'll make you feel better. And whoa, what the hell? That looks like a messed up bee. Scary. Sorry, this bee is distracting me. He's making me nervous a bit. He's like a wasp, but he's like all black except half of his abdomen or his butt is like pale yellow. Yeah, so I mean, like, even if you know good advice, sometimes it's hard to put it in action. Like, I guess you can say knowing is half the battle, right? But you still gotta, I would argue it's less than half the battle. It's like a quarter of the battle. But you still gotta, find the motivation to get outside, even if you'll feel better. But recently I've been taking my advice to heart, and because one of the things that I find difficult is if there's like no reason, like if I don't have like a constructive reason to get outside. Like, I can read indoors, I can meditate indoors. Like, why would I go outside? So in the past, my reason for going outside would be like Pokemon Go in the park kind of thing. And I still do that recently. Excuse me. But in the colder weather, that ain't getting me outside. Pokemon Go is too cold. But so in the summer, this summer, my whole thing was, while I'm outside, I can tan, So even if it's not important, it's kind of like it was an excuse enough to get outside and do something to get a tan. So, I did it one day, and then I was like, I could really use like a blanket. So, because I was lying on my school bag, I could really use a blanket to lie on. And then I was like, I was only going out for like maybe 10 minutes because like, I don't want to get a sunburn. Then I was like, hey, why not just get some sunscreen, You can stay out longer. And I was like, yeah. So I got some sunscreen. I probably should have had sunscreen anyway. Wear sunscreen, guys. You're still gonna tan with sunscreen. And I did some research on sunscreen. Get SPF 30. That's what you want to get. Because SPF, like beyond SPF 30, it's diminishing returns. I don't know if you guys ever played World of Warcraft, but stuns in World of Warcraft had diminishing returns. So beyond a certain point or duration, like it would be less. Like, let's say if you could stun the target for 8 seconds. I'm just throwing out a number. It might not be accurate. Those of you who are not gaming, you're like, what the heck is a stun? Most people know what a stun is, right? Stun grenade. I don't know, getting stunned. Anyway, so if you stun the target for 8 seconds, so that's a full 8 seconds. Let's say you hit them with a skill that says stuns the target for 5 seconds. Well, beyond 8 seconds is diminishing returns. even if you hit them with another stun, it's not going to be 5 seconds as it's, supposed to do, because you've hit diminishing returns. So you might only get 1 additional second from that 5-second stun, because they're already at the max. Let's say you hit them with another one for 3 seconds. It might be, 0.5 seconds diminishing returns. And then eventually they're going to be immune to stuns. Like, it doesn't matter, because you've stunned them so often, you've hit diminishing returns. Anyway, same concept with sunscreen. Beyond SPF 30, if you go SPF 60, you're not doubling your protection. It'll be like, because SPF 30 protects you like, I'll just throw out a solid number, like 97% of UV rays. And I think like SPF 60 blocks out like 98. Or maybe it's 96 for 30, and then it's like 98 for SPF 60. So like 30 more SPF, you're only getting 2% more protection. Then I think if you go like SPF 100, you're like at 99% UV rays kind of thing. So like, yes, it's giving you more protection, but it's diminishing returns. The return on SPF investment is negligible at most, kind of thing. So that's why they recommend SPF 30. I'm standing up here. SPF 30 as that's what they recommend. Oh, crouching man. Oh, what the heck? I was gonna say I'm gonna roll down my socks, but then I remember I gotta walk through the grass again, going back, so maybe after. But yeah, so SPF 30 is what they recommend. I mean, you can feel free to go more, but I don't know if more makes it more greasy or whatever. Anyway, so yeah. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I got sunscreen, had the blanket, and then I was listening to music on my phone, which is fine. But for whatever reason, I wanted a Bluetooth speaker. Partly because I think I mentioned before the radio in my car. I'm gonna sit over here, so the voice might sound weird. I want to stretch out my legs. It's nice. Stretch out my legs. So also I might have mentioned my radio on my phone. Radio in my car was having some difficulties. These days, knock on wood, it's actually been going decent. I plugged in my old original iPod, I don't even know what generation it is. It's like a small one. It's got it can't take pictures, but it can take video. So whatever generation that was. And it started working again. Because at one point I tried to Bluetooth my cell phone, my newer one, to my car, and it everything stopped working for USB Bluetooth, so I couldn't connect any of my music. So for 2 days, and then I remembered I had my old iPod, so I was like, oh, I'll try connecting that, and it worked. God bless its soul, it worked. So maybe we're back alive, but anyway, I was going crazy without music in my car, right? So I was like, oh, I should get a Bluetooth speaker to put in my car to listen to music. So anyway, well, I got a Bluetooth speaker, but it was also to listen to music while I am just hanging out in the park in the sun. And when I tan, I'm not a super exhibitionist or whatever. Maybe that's the wrong word, but pretty much I choose a place that's like fairly secluded. Not a lot of people chill. Like there's not like any picnic tables, and there's not like families that go there or anything. And oddly enough, like the first or the second time I decided to go tanning, there was actually another person tanning there, and I was like, "Yo, great minds think alike, man." And then I went like other time, and there was like two other people doing the same thing. So, you know, great minds. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna connect. Well, I'm gonna connect it to the speaker, and I don't know if this. I feel like it's possible the phone uses less battery connecting through Bluetooth than than like playing from its own speakers. I feel like that's the case. I could be wrong. I think I'll finish this coffee with you guys and then we'll end the video. But yeah, so I haven't used it yet outside the speaker, but I got a good one. I'm not a huge bass guy. Like I know some people are crazy about bass. Bass can be fun, but I feel like it's a bit obnoxious sometimes, and it drowns out like the vocals. Like I'm really big on like vocals, and I like, well, yeah, I like all kinds of vocals. I like some sort of hardcore vocals, like the screaming or like the, the growls, like in kind of the screaming music. But I also like clean melodic vocals. I like to hear the emotion in the voices, whether it be like male vocals or whatever. I'm not huge into like the EDM scene, but I really like the trance scene. Yeah, so that was one of the things I didn't care about in my Bluetooth speaker was like bass, but I wanted like good battery life. I wanted. I guess that was about it. I want good battery life. Waterproof would be cool. Yeah. What else did I want? Well, decent sound quality, right? I don't want something crap. But yeah, I ended up settling on. Well, I listened to a few reviews and a few what do you call them? Like advice from friends, and I ended up going with I think it's called the Wonder Boom. I don't know what the collection's called, or the company. I think the company's Ultimate Ears, but the exact model I got was the Mega Boom 3, which oddly enough has apparently really good bass, but besides that, it just got really good overall reviews. It's a bit bigger than I was hoping for because I want to like carry stuff in my school bag, right? But I don't know. I thought it was just, I don't know, it just got such good reviews overall. The model, I found it hard to pass up, and it had really good battery life. Had like 20 hours battery life. So that checked like my most important box. Unfortunately, it wasn't very portable, but it's not terrible either. It does have a little hook on it. So that's something I gotta get. I don't know what you call them. Like, those climbing hooks. I gotta get one of those to hook on it. What do you call those? A climbing hook. So I am gonna get one of those. I don't but I don't know how shitty the ones at the. I like how I emphasize the word shitty. Shitty. The ones are at the dollar store. But I ain't using them for climbing, right? I'm just using it to like clip on my backpack while I'm walking around. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I got the Mega Boom 3, but it does. I downloaded the app, and it has an equalizer on the app, and then I changed it to the vocal equalizer, which reduces the bass a lot. So, pretty good, pretty good. So anyway, I'll be honest, I'm a bit obnoxious when it comes to sharing my music in public. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe I'm like proud of the music I listen to, which is kind of weird to say, but or maybe I just I don't know if it's a bad quality of mine, but like I kind of like being a bit, I don't know, different. Like for whatever reason, maybe I'll have to like meditate on this or think about it. But I don't know if I don't know, like I like the fact that I listen to and enjoy just like music that I don't think other people would listen to, kind of thing. Like I still like certain mainstream music, but like I don't listen to the radio at all. Mostly because I like choosing my own music, but also a lot because I hate all the radio ads. They get on my nerves, and like I don't know, I don't know. I'm not a fan of radio, but so yeah, I like driving. I like putting my music loud. I guess where I was going with this story is, I'm not totally disrespectful, but I like to have. So maybe that's one because I was wearing headphones, but I kind of like the idea of having my music coming out through the speaker and not through headphones. Let's say that like my music's in a bubble. I won't have it go beyond like let's say 2 meters of me, kind of thing. And I don't even have a good sound system in the car anyway, but that's okay because your boy's not crazy on bass, and I feel like the better sound systems makes the bass sound sick. But since I'm not a bass man, like that's fine anyway. But so yeah, I'll put it decently loud so that let's say if you're within 2 meters of me, you might hear it, or you will hear it. But I don't put it so obnoxious, so like I'm overpowering like other people's conversations, or like let's say someone else is trying to relax. Yeah, I don't overpower them. Anyway, just something quirky about your boy. I'm not like other guys. I'm quirky. That was a little bit of a joke. I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't even know if you call it a stereotype, or maybe it's a meme, or maybe it's a trope. But like actually, I think I saw a YouTube video on this. It's like the quirky girl in the movie where it's kind of like she's a little bit ditzy, not like the other girls, like a little bit shameless and like kind of like doesn't care about maybe that's what I'm getting it from. Doesn't care about the opinions of others. like it'll be raining and you'll see her like run outside in the rain and sort of like dance in the rain and like zoom in on the guy like eating, sipping his coffee in the diner, and he sees this girl in the street light, like arms out in the rain, eyes closed, dancing, and he's kind of like, who is this girl? Like, I like her. And the other girls are like, she's so weird. Like, what's up with her? But like, dude's like, I love this. Like, she's so interesting. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously that's what I'm going for. But anyway, that was what my joke was coming from. Girls who are like, oh yeah, kind of like the gamer girls. Like, oh, I'm not like other girls. Like, I like to game and I don't like to go out. Like, I like to stay in my sweatpants and like be a little gamer. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think that's awesome. Actually, no lie. Because I'm not a huge fan of like going out like to bars or stuff anyway. So, but anyway, that's where the quirky little joke comes from. But yeah, I mean, in the past, well, maybe this is good, but in the past, like, sometimes I would get self-conscious about the music, because like either way I like playing my music loud, right? But sometimes I would get self-conscious about the music I listened to. Like, let's say I was in high school. I think it was only like maybe in my last couple weeks of high school where I had my car, and occasionally I could like drive to school in the morning or whatever. Like, well, sometimes I guess I would borrow my dad's van, but anyway, I would have CDs, right? And some of them, I don't know if you guys are too old to know about this, but you could burn CDs, like make your own CDs off your computer. You buy like a blank CD with nothing on it, like you put it into the CD player or whatever, and it won't play anything because it's blank, right? But you could choose X amount of songs, usually about 20, I would say, and you could write them onto that CD. You choose the order, you enter the track title, and like that information, I don't know how, but it gets imprinted, burned onto the CD, and then you could play it in the car, and yeah, you would have all the tracks and like the 20 whatever songs with the titles. So yeah, that was, I would do that, right? So I would have some of my songs that were more like I was saying, like trance, or like sort of like poppy, like, I don't even know, like I'm down with a bit of nightcore sometimes. Like, I don't know if you guys, if you wanna, you can look up, here's an example, like Millennium, Day After Day. So Day After Day is the title, Millennium's the artist, and there's like, I think my favorite is the Fat Bass remix of that song. So Millennium, Day After Day, Fat Bass remix. Anyway, if that's just an example of like a song that I like, that is like, it's sort of like, see, the thing is, I don't believe anymore that it's a girly song, but I think, to perhaps the general public, it's kind of like a weird girly song, because it's got like, and this is an old song, it's got like auto-tune, and I don't know, but like, I'm down with the song. So like, I would play that loud if I'm just like driving around wherever, but if I'm like coming into my high school, I would not play that song, because I would be like, that's kind of embarrassing a bit. Like, I want to be seen as a cool kid. Oh, I think I see the sun coming up, or sun through the clouds. All right, anyway, I would put on like something like 50 Cent, like In the Club, like, or 50 Cent, This Is How We Do. This is how we do. We're up in the club saying, For the way, gun, don't want none, run, some, just better run. You guys know that song, so I play something like that because, like, you know, people know that song, and that's kind of a party song. And, you know, partying's, you know, it's, well, I like partying, like small parties anyway, but partying's kind of like cool, right? It's cool if you go to a party. So I'd play like a song like that. Yeah, I'd play like a song like that, because I would still be like worried about, you know, the opinions of others. But I think that well, in my mind, I've improved a lot in the sense that I'm almost at the point where I don't care what music, like, people hear, that, like, people know that I listen to, kind of thing. Whereas I'll, like, play a song that's, like, definitely not mainstream and perhaps a little bit embarrassing, to, like, the average person, and I'll play it and I'll be like, oh, that song's sick. I don't want someone to like me just because they think I like cool music, kind of thing, right? So there's actually another song that you know, I think is actually really hype. That sometimes, like, I hype up, like, I'll drive into, like, work with it or whatever, and not care if people hear it. Is well, the one that I specifically have on my iPod is Caramel Dancing, all one word. I'm not, who is it even by? I forget. But I listened to the Swedish version. But I think if you write Swedish version, Caramelldancen, Caramel Dancing. I think if you write that, you'll definitely find it. Who is it by? Jeez, I forget. How? I can't believe I forgot that. Hold on. Couple of moments of silence. I'm gonna get it. I don't got it, sorry. It might be by, like, the something girls caramel. Anyway, if you look up that song, like, that's a song I think is like hype, and I don't know. I like it. Like, it gets me in a good mood. But yeah, like, now I'll blast that in the car, with no shame. Because, and, like, for sure people will be like, what the heck's he listening to? But we're getting almost 2 hours here. But yeah, so I'm definitely a little bit strange listening. Will be considered a bit strange listening to that, but check it out. I think it's hype. Love that song. Yeah, so I don't know where I was going with this, something about music, but yeah, I don't mind listening to, you know, whatever song I feel like loud. I don't care if people realize I listen to certain types of music. Oh, okay, now I actually 100% see the sun going in through the trees. I don't know if you see it on the phone, but you see where the fallen tree passes, like, you see the biggest trunk on I guess it would be the left side of the video, that big trunk, and then you see where the fallen tree crosses the big trunk. The right side of that fallen tree, because it passes all the way, so there's the left side where it passes, then the right side. You can see the sun right there. Yeah, for sure you see it on the phone right now. So this is actually really cool. So yeah, the sun was up, but it was so far, like, in the distance. That's actually beautiful. That's actually beautiful. Does your boy know how to line up a shot or what, man? I'm actually glad. So does the sun. Well, the sun is already risen, you know. Because what is a sunrise? And technically, it's still rising, just until like midday, right? Or maybe it's not midday. Maybe it's like a certain point in the morning. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. This is a bit of a longer one, which may be awesome, because if ever you use this for sleep, you got 2 hours to fall asleep, you know, which I think is really useful. If you have to go to bed a bit early and just focus on the ASMR instead of the thoughts in my head that say, damn, like, I can't, like, I want to fall asleep. Why am I not asleep? This can be used for that. I'm still not done my coffee. I said I would stay with you till the end. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Chug, 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 chug. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing a countdown to this video, but I don't know. Countdowns are awesome, but sometimes, actually, maybe that's actually a good concept for a video. ASMR video, you count down, and then you use it for going to sleep. I got a burp. 1 second. And then in the morning, you try to remember up until what number you made it to. It's sort of like a competition in the comments. The last number you remember, and maybe I'll pair like the numbers with the word. Actually, I think that's a really good idea. Really cool concept. I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot. I don't know how I'll get my list of words. That's a good question. That's a good question. We almost done the coffee. But yeah, I was gonna say, because I like countdown videos, but sometimes if you're like not asleep, it's kind of stressful, because like, or at least for me, I don't know, oddly enough, it's like you don't want the video to end, right? And then you're given like you know it's gonna end when it hits 1. So you're kind of like, oh no, I want it to last. Whereas if it just sort of fades out, sometimes you'll be like, won't quite notice it's over, right? And you'll be like, oh, the video ended. So, yeah. You know, we got lots of ideas for videos, man. I like that counting one, though. That's cool. But obviously, I would do it in I wouldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where I would. That's obviously too quick. 1, 2. I think I would do maybe a minute per number kind of thing. I'd be like, the first number is 1. Number 1. And I would have a word let's say mushroom. 1. Mushroom. Number 1 is mushroom. Number 1. And then I would go for a minute, then I would start number 2 kind of thing. Maybe I could do it 30 seconds. 30 seconds per one, roughly. Yeah, I like that idea. We've got about 1 sip left in this coffee. Hear that, guys? It's pretty much done. There's a little bit left, but I have to unscrew the cap to get at that, and I don't want it to make a squeaking sound. So consider it finished. let's restart this outro then, right? So thank you so much, so much for sticking with me and watching the video. Have yourselves a wonderful day, night, evening, sleep, morning, afternoon, and get a bit of sun, wear some sunscreen, drink lots of water, and hopefully I'll have another one for you guys soon, and I will definitely see you in the next one. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.